This was awesome. I want to welcome you to the October HUGS Huddle. We thank you all for taking the time to join us for inspiration, sharing successes and needs, offering our thoughts, prayers, and gratitude. For those who are new to the HUGS group, let me share what we're all about. HUGS stands for Hope, Understanding, Grace, and Service. We believe that we are more than just a group. We are a movement with a mission to spread kindness, compassion, and support beyond our Keller Williams Market Center family. Together, we achieve more. We lift each other up in times of joy and sorrow, support our peers, and celebrate every milestone. So what do we do at HUGS? Well, it's about celebrating new babies and marriages, giving flowers that bring blooming smiles, and reaching out to those who are hurting. It's as simple as making a phone call or sending a card, but most importantly, it's about being there for each other in business and in life. As part of what we do in the HUGS group, I'd like to give a special shout out to Lexi for organizing the meal train for Murat. She couldn't be here today, but we want to thank her and everyone else who stepped up when it mattered the most and brought meals to them. They really appreciated it. I was there on Monday and they're just very touched. And then next, a big shout out to our October head hugger, Yams Oki, who worked alongside Barbara Muniz to lead a successful bingo breast cancer event. Yam shared a beautiful quote this month that resonates deeply with our mission. She said, "We must first be open to ourselves so we can embrace others." Yams, we're so grateful for your passion and inspiration. So I want to, without further ado, it's my honor to introduce our special guest today, Andrew Barbar. Andrew is not only a pillar of the South Florida community, but also recently recognized as the Palm Beach County Broker of the Year, and most importantly, my broker, and a true advocate for the values of HUGS. Please join with me in welcoming Andrew Barbar.
Well, it is great to be here, Kim, and thank you for inviting me. I can't tell you how special this group is because it's, there's a saying, I think it's in Chinese or Japanese, there's a saying where with every crisis comes an opportunity. And I'm wearing my pink Charge the Storm shirt today in honor of Breast Cancer Month. Because in 2021, the summer of 2021, Ramona was diagnosed with breast cancer. And we all have those moments in our life where we have a curveball, one that we never planned on, and how do we respond and how do we react to it? Well, this group is so important because it's during those times of crisis that there's an opportunity to show each of us that they're loved and that they have support and that they're not alone. And you guys have done an incredible job at that. And when crises happen, when things happen, whether it's in our business or in our personal lives, because we all go through it, no matter who we are, that the first thing is, why do bad things happen to good people? We think of Marat and we think just the simple thing of going on a ladder to cutting some trees and his life has changed forever. And we don't have all the answers. But for me, I just recognize four things. And I'm faith-based. So with that, I'm going to share how I go through and how Ramona and I go through tough times, or when we get into those times of crisis, is we recognize, number one, that life is not fair. And bad things happen to good people. And we just recognize that. And, we also need to recognize, and we believe that not only is life not fair, but God is good. And we have those challenges for a reason, and it's part of a story. And we don't know exactly why tough times happen, But I can tell you that when someone is going through a breast cancer diagnosis, I know that Ramon and I can speak to them at a level that we couldn't speak to them before. And whenever we go through a tough time, whether it's personally or in our business, there's a chapter in James, it's the beginning of James in the New Testament, that talks about trials and to consider it pure joy, because it's through that trial that we're going to build perseverance, and perseverance helps us to mature and complete ourselves. And in our struggles through life, that's where we're going to get our strength. And we don't know why we go through those struggles, but we know we're going to do it. And we just need to know that life is not fair, but God is good, and He has a purpose for why we're doing it and getting through it. Next, we need to recognize that life is a gift, and we need to take advantage of every day. And so often, we don't. We take for granted our health. We take for granted the fact that maybe we're not having a certain pain. Stub your toe and you'll realize how important that toe is, right? So life is a gift. And sometimes for me, it doesn't feel like it's a gift. It feels like a punishment sometimes that God's putting us through. But recognize that, life's not fair, God is good, and life is a gift. And then ultimately, God's in control. Whenever I'm anxious, I whittle it down to one of three things. I'm either not doing something I should be doing, I'm doing something I should not be doing, or I'm trying to control something I can't control. And so, the Bible talks about be anxious for nothing, but in everything through prayer and supplication. And so it's to recognize that God is in control. And when we truly trust that, it helps, that's where we let go and we let God. And so for me, it's recognizing those four things: that life's not fair, that God is good, and that life is a gift, and that God truly is in control. So, what does it do to us when we go through these trials? For me, you've heard the saying, things happen that brings you to your knees. So it's helped me to get closer with my relationship with my God and to know and to love Him. And through that, I have an opportunity to share just in the way I do today. And it helps me to grow in character. So not only do I get to know and love Christ better, I have the opportunity to share my love for Him, and also for me to grow in my character. And then, which is what you all do so well, is you help to build a community, and a community that you can live in. And it's a community that's awesome. And I cannot tell you the impact that a helping hand gives. We launched our market center in Boca in 2007. And I was new to Keller Williams, and my father passed away in November of that year. And I'll never forget, at his funeral, all the local OPs showed up. I walked up to the front where his coffin was at the service. And I say this not derogatorily, but there was a little inexpensive flower arrangement. It was red and white carnations, but it was from my KW family through the region. And I'm going to tell you, I sat there and I wept over that arrangement, knowing that this company that I joined actually cared about me and about my wife and about the way we were feeling. And it was awesome. And so the opportunity just to let someone know that you care and what this group does is so incredible. And you don't truly appreciate it until you're touched by it. And one of those things that I pray you never needed to be touched by it, because you're never in crisis. But it's neat when things, the good part, it's neat when the baby's born and when people get married and we celebrate. But the real opportunity is when there's trials, where you all step in and help. And it allows you to use your gifts and the gifts that God has given each of us. And so for daily habits, and I'll end with this because I know my time is short, is the first thing is wake up every day, and we have a Zoom meeting with our team at the beginning of the week and the end of the week, and we never start one without a moment of gratitude, and everybody has to go around and say what they're thankful for. And that truly, when you start to really think about it and hear what others are thankful for and their gratitude, it helps to inspire us and inspire me. And the next thing, it just helps us to also be mindful and check in with ourselves and take that time. And this is something that I work on. I need to work on better because I need to do more of it. Is we need to sit down and check in with ourselves and see how we're doing to make sure that we're not say protecting ourselves, but that we're just checking in to make sure that we're conscious of where we are and what we need. Then finally, something that we can all do because it releases endorphins and helps us is we do a little bit of exercise every day. I know in times of my life where I'm diligent on exercising, my life is better. So what do we do when it works as agents? We stop, right? So if it's working, agents tend to stop, and I think like an agent. So it's all discipline to have exercise. So be thankful, get inspiration from others as they share theirs. Be mindful to check in with yourself and exercise every day. And that's 4 daily habits that help to keep me on track. And just know that you guys have touched far more than the actual people that you've helped. You guys have touched a country, and you've touched a region, and it's just awesome. So thank you for that, and I'm honored to be on this call.
Thank you, Andrew, for your kind words and for your testimony and for your 4 points. So we'd like to hear from those of you who are on the Zoom. Although small in number today, you are great in information. So let me just hear what some of your takeaways from Andrew's inspiration today.
Did it say it in the MLS?
Scott, do you have
There's this.
I'm sorry, I had technical difficulty there for a second.
Okay.
What was the question? I lost connection for a second.
That's okay. We were just looking for some takeaways from Andrew's talk.
No, I appreciate the insight into the take on his day and how he gives gratitude. But what I would say is the care in this office is palpable. You can feel it. I mean, it's something that has affected me since I joined this market center. I mean, I haven't felt the amount of graciousness and love in any other office I've ever worked in. So
Thank you, Scott. Well, you've certainly been an inspiration and very kind to us too. So back at you. Anybody else?
I'd like to give to that. Well, Andrew, thank you for the reminders that although sometimes life doesn't seem fair, but I do believe you do grow in character. And then it's like sometimes I say, man, did I have to go through that just so I can get to a place where I need to be or a lesson that I need to share with someone else? And so I think your points were right on point, that God has a purpose on all things. And even sometimes to the point of that there is a purpose in it. There is a lesson in it. And so that's what really speaks to me. And no matter what, life is definitely fragile, and it is absolutely a gift.
Yeah, and sometimes the lesson is for us, and sometimes it's for us to help someone else along the way, right? Most of the time, I know it's for me.
Absolutely.
I want to welcome Brittany from Kentucky. They're very excited to be thinking about adding a HUGS team in Kentucky. So welcome. Thanks for coming on the Zoom this morning.
Well, I'm just honored that I can be a part of this today. I can tell you that I'm not in your market center, but this Zoom has brought me to tears. I can just feel the love. It's just coming through, and it's remarkable that we don't actually have to be in the same room or state for what you're doing to be felt. So I appreciate it, and it's definitely needed. And I'm just thankful to be here. So thank you for what you shared. I totally agree that, life isn't fair, but sometimes we can turn that around and not we can look at it from the wrong view. And thank you, Andrew, for what you shared, because it really is it was very touching, and it's a great reminder. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Brittany, and once again, welcome. And we're very great. We are very, very grateful for our market center. But Lisa has some things to add to today, some exciting news.
Would be
Lisa.
helpful to come off mute, right? So we're definitely thrilled to announce the official launch of the HUGS group on Facebook and on YouTube. We'd love for all of you to visit, to like it, to share, and absolutely engage, right? You can also visit lifeatkwboca.com/hugs for all things events and updates, and really just learn and get further involved. And you can see the links in the chat. That's what I have. Kim, you have any other thing you want to mention?
Well, I want to mention that our blankets are still available, and that the blankets are more than just items. They are symbols of warmth, hope, and compassion that you can share as a gift for closing or someone who's going through a difficult time, or you can purchase it you can sponsor a blanket at the market center. So when somebody's going through something, we can offer that blanket to somebody in the market center or your market center. So keep that in mind. So please help promote those blankets. And thank you all for joining our HUGS Huddle today. You are the heart and soul of this movement. We have to keep going, be tenacious. We are huggers. This is too important to abandon. The words of Ramona Barber. Together we embody HUGS within the Keller Williams and our large communities. So keep on keeping on. Our next huddle, and I hope everybody can invite someone to come, is November 21st, 2024. We look forward to seeing you then. Until that time, go out and be HUGS in a big way. Spread hope, understanding, grace, and service wherever you go, wherever you are. And once again, thank you for being here. This was just amazing. Andrew, you were amazing. I'm so glad we recorded this.
Well, it's my pleasure. It's good to be with you. And I just am so thankful and impressed by what this group does each and every day.
So we put in the chat, you can find the information that Lisa shared as well. So, well, we hope to have you back sometime.
Well, it's been my pleasure.
It was such an honor. And I look forward to seeing you all. Thank you, Scott, for being here. Miriam, thank you for being our head hugger this month.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And the brunch was so fun. I had a great time. I learned a couple new songs that I didn't know about. So
You must be young.
I'm a little too young for it, but it was really good to mix and mingle with everybody, get to know people a little bit more. So it was a really good time. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
That is
and
perfect.
Lisa,
You learned some new songs.
and Lisa, I want to thank you openly for all the things that you do in the background that people don't know about. She's doing all of the beautiful logos and helping me write script and just keeping me on track all the time and encouraging me and not letting me get discouraged. She is your biggest fan of HUGS. So hopefully we'll be not just affecting a market center, but affecting the country soon.
Awesome.
So, and Brittany,
Awesome.
welcome.
All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. And thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.